Sometimes there are teams that are just such absolute juggernauts. It does not matter how good the rest of the league is or what you throw at them. They have an answer for you. They have an answer offensively. They have an answer with depth. They have an answer with superstars. And we have seen examples of that in the playoffs tonight. The NHL and Stanley Cups are won by what are considered super teams. And the Colorado Avalanche, they're such an interesting bunch because they clearly have two unbelievable superstars, two of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. I do personally believe Nathan MacKinnon is the best player in the world right now. I believe Cale Makar is the best defenseman in the world, not just in these playoffs. But when you watch this team, it is so much more than those two. If you don't have those two, the engine that drives the success, you don't have a team. Your train does not move on the tracks without these two engines on the Avs. But Jared Bednar and the Colorado Avalanche have learned to utilize their depth better this year than they ever have. And it has been the depth of the Colorado Avalanche that have sprung to life and exhausted opponents. You see the Minnesota Wild are one of the best, if not the second best team in the playoffs. And Colorado handled them. And not only did they handle them, they showed why they are the President's Trophy winner and so scary. Three unanswered goals to start this. That should be over. Nobody goes into Mile High and scores 3 goals. But the Wild did it. They did everything they needed to do correctly, except just like the last game, they started to break down the longer the game went. And as you start to break down, the depth starts to pick the bones. And that's exactly what Colorado did. And finally, when it was ready, Nathan MacKinnon finishes them off with the killing blow, sending it to overtime so they can go ahead and beat them. Let's show you exactly why the Colorado Avalanche are such a juggernaut and so scary in these playoffs. Early on in this game, Colorado gets running around and they are susceptible to length and width in their own zone. They're susceptible to creative plays. If it bleeds, you can kill it. And Minnesota understood this. Early on in the game, the puck comes up to the half wall. They make a shot. But each time Minnesota loses control of the puck early, they're on it. Look at the energy of Matt Boldy in the corner. Boldy is able to pick up that loose puck, and he's able to cycle it in to his F3 coming in late off the bench. It's a quick shot, and it's in the back of the net. But you see, it's the choke points of Minnesota here that show the difference in this game and why they're so scary. See, it's Faber on the loose puck first. It's Minnesota on the loose puck along the wall second. It's Matt Boldy on the third loose puck. Early on in the game, when you match energy for energy and you put out superstars like Minnesota has, Colorado is susceptible. The problem is they can't keep the train on the tracks long enough to survive the depth of the Avs. They're even able to counterpunch in their own zone here and trap Colorado deep, beating them at the line. It springs them into a 3-on-2 against the third pairing of the Avs, and it's simply just skating around the defenseman. They're able to open up with speed, get wide open, break that gap, put it in the back of the net, and it's Colorado that's looking slow. As the game progresses, it's the superstars in the middle that end up putting in the third goal. And just look at this work here at the top. Look at Quinn Hughes. Bang, pivot, stop, spinorama, beautiful puck control, able to move that puck into the corner. This one would be for naught. It would be waved off, but it's just showing how quick and dynamic this team is. And don't worry, I'm going to get to how they break down very shortly. Starting here with a battle in the corner, 3-on-3. They're able to outmuscle, outman, even though they're even Steven, and move that puck south to north. As that puck ends up on the blue line, it's a simple regroup over here to Brett Burns, who's still got a few miles on him. I mean, he's older than some coaches in the league. Burnsy takes that shot. It ends up in the back of the net, and you can just hear it right now, that Star Wars Imperial March, as they march right on back. Bump, 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 ba-da-dum, bump, bump. You see the stormtroopers themselves start wearing out the superstars. It's hits like this where you paste Hughes against the boards if you're Ross Colton, and you don't let him up. This is playoff hockey. You don't have to like it. It's the way it goes. Hughes goes down. Colton lifts him up like he's absolutely nothing and shoves him right back to the ice. Is that a penalty? I don't know. What is a penalty in the NHL? Who cares? It's playoff hockey. Everybody knows that's the way you got to play to win. And don't yell at me because, as you can see here, there's a stripe. They're watching. He's literally right there. And it's the speed of guys like this, like Nathan MacKinnon, who comes slashing through the zone, absolutely makes them look stuck in quicksand. There's no reason 2-on-1 you should be able to allow a player like this to get through. He does. And it's just so pleasant to see. Take a look at the gap here. He is so incredible at keeping pucks away. Uses that big body of his to box them out. He's able to make a play down low to Kadri. And Kadri's able to step in for an absolutely beautiful shot that Valstead makes the save for. But these are the signs. These are the signs that the dragon is waking up, that the beast is waking up, that the juggernaut's running through the concrete wall. And these are the critical moments of hockey games. When you have 3 minutes and 37 seconds left, you're down 2 goals. You need to get one early. You can't leave it till you pull the empty net. You got to tie this up quicker. Colorado does just that. They go down low, back up high, and back up high becomes another just errant shot on net from the point. Shouldn't be dangerous, but it is. It takes a few bounces, and it beats the Minnesota netminder. As I said before, play that song in your head. The stormtroopers are coming, but these stormtroopers are accurate. They can hit their target. Bump, 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 ba-dump. Because as we're a man up, it's Natchez, the man for the trade from Mikko Rantanen, moving it down to Nathan MacKinnon. And it's Darth Vader himself who freezes them and beats them short side. I mean, hey, if there's a goalie in the net, MacKinnon can score from that angle. Am I right? Am I right? You know, Team USA, Canada missed an open net for a gold medal goal that I'm still fired up about. But he scores now, and he makes up for it for the Colorado Avalanche and the fans of Denver. Thanks, Nate. Beautiful goal. Unbelievable, unstoppable, best in the league. And I think my comparison to Team Canada and that gold medal game is very relevant, though, outside of my tongue-in-cheek joke, because it's exactly what happened to Minnesota. They started wearing down, they started getting tired, and Nathan MacKinnon was well rested because of the depth that Bednar was able to play. He was able to get the Ross Coltons of the world out there. He was able to get the Drac Juries and everybody else on that roster playing, which keeps Nate fresh. It keeps him less injured, and it allows them, when they go into overtimes or games like these, to have adaptability and ways to win the game. We play to win the game. And here are the signs that Minnesota is breaking down in this game, and the superstars are just exhausted. The team as a whole is exhausted. It's hard to play at mile high. One fan on the puck, 12 seconds in, dagger possibility to stay alive. You miss it. One more time, 4 minutes in, you have an opportunity. You move it wide. What happens? You fan on it. Stick gets in there. You miss your opportunity. You're just slightly out of sync. And it isn't bad luck. It's the Colorado Avalanche exhausting you. It's the Colorado Avalanche taking away just the inches they need to win hockey games. It's the Colorado Avalanche having enough speed to trap you in their zone as they break out, pick up a loose puck, send it over to an area, and you spring a guy like Marty Natchez, who is wide open. You are never going to catch a player like this. It's a little wraparound to the net. It's a delay. It's waiting. He may not be as pretty as Mikko Rantanen, but he is as smart, moves that puck over after making the big skate, and Valstead has absolutely no chance here. That net is wide open. Bang. Game over. Series clenched. This team has an answer to every problem out there, and this team can outscore their problems. Defense is critical. Defense allows for more factors of luck to enter into the game. Minnesota went into a defensive structure because there was nothing left after they had scored their 3, technically 4 goals, but, called back because they were simply exhausted. It was a brutal series for them. It was a skating series for them. Their top players played significantly more minutes, and Colorado just wore them down to the bone, to the point where they are able to close the series tonight, as opposed to having to wait one more game. Never mind the advantage that you get at mile high in the altitude change. You don't think home ice matters? Go ask anybody that's played any sport in Denver. It matters, and it matters a lot. So the only 2 questions we have left at the end of this video is going to be, 1, is Minnesota going to come back? If Quinn Hughes signs and comes back to this team, they should be a powerhouse for the next 3 to 4 years. Their window is not closed. If he walks away and goes bye-bye, hit reset on the button, regardless of how much talent you have in there with Favor, Boldy, Kaprizov. They're all unbelievable players, but you need that engine of Quinn Hughes to drive it. They're just going to have to add some depth pieces so they can start doing what the Colorado Avalanche did and trust their third and fourth line significantly more. I love the Folignos as much as everybody else, but you need to have more scoring. And yes, they scored tonight, but you need to have more ability to score. When we look at the Avs, when you have Nazem Kadri, when you have Wall on the back end, when you have Jack Drury, when you have Marty Necas and these guys spread out all over the roster, it really goes to complement guys like MacKinnon and Makar. And when they can come into games well rested, you can send the big dogs when you need them. And big time players like Nathan MacKinnon will give you big time moments in big time games like he did tonight, tying it up. Colorado moves on to the third round, and I pity either of the teams that have to play this juggernaut. But then again, a 7-game series is a short window to win, and luck can still play a massive factor when all you need is 4 wins to get through. So we'll see as they await Anaheim and Vegas. See you tomorrow.